Being a leader can be a very lonely job at times. Often people find when they're promoted higher and higher, the list of people they can talk to gets narrower and narrower. And so when you're dealing with the day-to-day managerial issues and leadership challenges, you have fewer and fewer people that you can talk to and share those issues with. You can talk to your colleagues, that's great. And if you have a good working relationship with your boss, you can talk to them as well. But sometimes the issues are more complicated and sometimes they're more nuanced. And maybe it's just helpful to have that outside perspective. This is where I can come in and support you as a leadership coach. But first, something about you. You are a manager who has been in your role for maybe a couple of years. You're still fairly new at the role, but you're figuring it out. You're in a corporate environment and you're leading people. Leading people is an important part of this because when you've got a team, the skills that are required to be successful in that role are different than almost any other job that you can have. You're also facing some kind of challenge. Maybe you are overwhelmed on the job. Maybe you are struggling with feeling insecure, like you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know if you're making the right calls. Or then again, maybe you do have a good sense of what you're doing, but you're struggling with where you go next and how do you build your career from there. And at the same time, you're ready to make a change. You're ready to do something different. You're curious about the possibilities, and you're interested to see things from a different perspective and what is possible. And a call out to my introverted, quiet leaders. You're most welcome here as well. So what does working with me look like? Well, first off, it's not going to be out walking on the street or on a path somewhere. It's going to be back at my office. So let's go there now. And welcome to my office. If we get on a call, this is what you're going to see. And during this first conversation, we're going to be looking to do two things. First, I want to hear about you, hear about what are the issues that you're facing and what's keeping you up at night. And two is to see if we get along. If we don't get along, great. We have a nice conversation and there's no loss. But if we do get along and you want to carry on the conversation, then we can move on to a proper discovery call. The discovery call is where we establish the foundations of how we work together. We'll spend a lot of time exploring where you are, where you're trying to go, and what are the obstacles that are in your way. I will guide you through this part of the conversation. Second, not everyone has had a chance to work with a coach before. And if this is you, I'll want to spend a bit of time to explain what you can expect from a coaching experience. In short, my goal as a coach is to be a thought partner for you. I'm not necessarily going to have all the answers, even though I do have 18 years of experience in leadership, human resources, change management, training, that I can pull upon to help advise the conversation. Ultimately, the goal is to help you solve your unique issues. And finally, as part of the discovery call, we're going to spend a bit of time to go through logistical details and, more importantly, how best the two of us can work together. After we've completed the discovery call and you've had your questions answered and I've had my questions answered, then we can get into the real work. We'll set up a series of one-on-one conversations to explore the specific issues you are facing in greater depth and to look at them in all the different dimensions. Sometimes the topic isn't the real topic, and it allows us the opportunity to dive down to figure out what are we really trying to explore. For example, I had one client who was overworked and just feeling stressed. When we started exploring the topic, we found that the real issue was she wasn't setting good, healthy boundaries for herself and was saying yes to a whole bunch of extra work. To be clear, as much as we may explore topics in your professional life as well as anything beyond, I'm not a counselor or a therapist. My role as your coach is to help you solve a problem that you're facing and then get you into action to move you forward. After we've had a chance to look at some of your burning issues, then we can spend time looking through practical leadership examples and practices that you can put into place to make you just overall a more effective leader. And finally, as we work through the various topics, we will also explore what the future holds for you. Where do you want to take your career? What's important in your life? And what do you need in order to get there? This is your chance to dream big, and I'll help you through that process. So how long does this normally take? Well, it depends. Usually I'll start with 6 to 10 sessions with a client and we explore the issues within those sessions. And if there's more work to do, then we can carry on from there. I have clients that I've been working with for over a year. So hopefully this gives you a sense as to what you can expect when you get on a call with me and what are the steps. Now let's get back to the field. And we're back outside. So, what are the next steps? Well, real simple. If you're looking to make a dent on some of those challenges you're facing, or maybe you just need a thought partner to work through some thorny issues, or for that matter, if you want to explore your future career, then real simple, get on a call with me. You can check the link in my bio and let's talk. It's no obligation, just a conversation. And if it makes sense and there's an opportunity for us to work together, then great, let's explore that. But for the time being, let's just have a conversation and we can see where it goes. In the meantime, my name is Matthew Devine. I'm a leadership and executive coach based in Toronto, Canada, and I look forward to meeting you. Let's talk soon.